Yes, thank you very much for the introduction and for the possibility to take part at DLDsummer in 2016. So this is my first invitation here, and I'm already very excited. So I was given exactly 5 minutes to present the project I'm working on, and I will do my best to swiftly depict the problem, the objectives, and the function of the research grant in this greater project. So as you can see in the project's title, we are analyzing digital reading media, and we focus especially on the user interface. So let me first make some remarks about our research objects. So probably all of you, especially here, have mobile digital reading devices such as smartphones and tablets. And there will be even some of you who have an e-reader like the Amazon Kindle or a similar device, I think. So I do think you are reading. These mobile devices have established a widespread digital reading culture in the past year, so people are using these devices for reading non-fictional and fictional texts in different forms like websites, blogs, digital magazines, e-books, and so on. And they are using it for different purposes like education, work, entertainment, and so on. So the perceptive, cognitive, and emotional access to texts is here provided not by the material object of a printed book or a magazine anymore, but by software. And the software structures the accessibility and readability with distinct features of dynamic, responsive layout of signs, as well as distinct features for presenting the text, navigating in the text, and embedding the text in different social networks. So, for example, the navigation in text is provided by different tools which imitate page turning, allow bookmarking, or provide optional access point by linked indices, and so on. The digital presentation of text is thereby not standardized yet, so there are container applications like iBooks, which can be used for accessing many different texts, or monolithic applications which are strictly connected with the text, like most of the interactive ebooks you can download in the App Store. So in summary, interfaces of digital reading media vary heavily. Some examples you can see on the slide behind me. So you may ask, why is the design of the interface of reading media of scientific and practical importance? So all of you know, in highly developed countries, information has become one of the most important social activities. It is the foundation for individual education, organizational knowledge, and helps to deal with changing living environments. Although information is no longer bound to printed texts because of digital networks, and although we have highly used visual digital media like YouTube, Instagram, and so on, most information you can receive in digital networks is still encoded in writing. So approximately the figures are around 70%. Consequently, reading is still the basic competence for information retrieval and therefore cultural participation. But digital reading is regarded as somehow different from reading printed text. So first, research indicates that it alters continuity, linearity, and coherence of information processing and leads to modified constructions of meaning. This challenges individual subjects, organizations, and social systems to develop effective and efficient strategies to gain the information needed and transform it into usable knowledge. And in this regard, the interface is, in our opinion, of major importance. So in a more practical perspective, we are asking, therefore, the following questions. How do specific design elements influence motivation, reception, and effects of the reading process? And can the design elements be used for creating better or even innovative reading experiences? The results then can be used for answering questions in a more social, cultural, and economic perspective. Just some examples. Is the design of digital reading media interfaces creating additional value for media products, which can be used by publishing houses for acquiring unique selling propositions? Can the interface design of digital reading media be used to strengthen the perception of political decisions or important cultural topics? Is the interface design of digital reading media interfaces capable of changing scientific communication? There are certainly more questions which can be asked also for education and even for art or literature if you want to. So what are we doing right now? We are still in an explorative stage and are working primarily on defining the research field. So basically, we identify and evaluate relevant research disciplines and expertise, theoretical approaches, and methods for analyzing interfaces in reading processes. And here it's important to say that reading interfaces, while obviously structuring accessibility and readability, are rarely considered in reading research as an influential aspect for reading processes and the construction of meaning. We therefore argue that classical reading research is not capable of describing the changes in reading with digital media, and that we need a more open-minded, interdisciplinary and collaborative approach. So currently we are connecting different working fields for more accurate definitions and explanatory models and assemble widespread expertise and cooperation. And in this regard, I'm very thankful for receiving the Stanford University DLD Postgraduate Research Fellowship 2016. It's a long name. From the Bavarian American Academy, because I will use my time in Stanford for compiling further expertise, especially in the generic fields of digital human representation, immersive virtual reality, technology design, and human-computer interaction. And these research fields are represented at Stanford University at an excellence level. The expertise gained there will then be used for creating the interdisciplinary inventory of terms and definitions, the theoretical frameworks for further research and methods for evaluation of user interfaces in reading processes and in reading culture. So hopefully I was in my 5-minute limit for speaking. As you could imagine, I would be very thankful for discussing these topics with you. Especially because I'm also really seeking external expertise inside and outside the media industry, which can be transferred to our research project to generate innovative approaches on researching digital reading media. And that's it, and thanks for listening.